I'd like to welcome you guys to another One Take review. This is my review for the 100, Season 6, Episode 2, Red Rising Sun. Listen, they're on the planet. The crews, they got their ship stole. The base is getting taken over by some people who we don't know. Which when we find out who it is, it's kind of like, that kind of sucks, because it pretty much like leans into what the show is, and like no matter who you are, you necessarily won't get spared. You know what I'm saying? There's really no mercy for anybody, except for unless you're like Abby or Clark or Beverly or somebody like that, because apparently mercy's always spared for those guys. But then again, you have some people who also get past things like John Murphy, Raven, Octavia, which. I'm gonna go straight to the Octavia thing, which this episode we see that like she was basically telling people like, hey, this is what I did for you guys, and everything I did would have made sense if it wasn't for Kane and Abby turning on us, and Kane, Abby, and Clark turning on us. So we would have took everything we needed. We got the field and everything. Everything would have been all right. So everything I did, all the bad things I did, it would have made sense. But now nothing makes sense, because now I just look like this bad guy, this overall ruler supreme who just did terrible things to people because you made it seem like I like to do it. And which I actually understand Octavia. My biggest thing with Octavia, the reason that I like her character so much than like Clark's or Bellamy's or Abby's, because Octavia does something and she says, yes, I did it, and I'm not going to apologize for what I'm doing. I was trying to save my people. Abby, them on the other hand, is like, no, I did it, but like now I regret so much about it, and I'm sorry for it. Like, you can't be apologetic when you're trying to save people. There are certain things that are going to happen that people aren't going to agree with. But in this case, it's like if you don't get to your end goal, yes, you do look like an evil dictator who pretty much ruined people's lives because you killed people. And then even though the fact they was eating people, still crazy. It was Abby's idea. And no, but Octavia still takes like the full grunt of that. And I respect that character for not even like, it's like she takes the full grunt of like, it is what it is. Yeah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? Because I tried to bring you guys out. I made you guys strong. I turned you guys into warriors. If it wasn't for me, you would be dead, which is true. But like people don't appreciate that because they had losses in that, because the guy lost his mother. So you see why he would hate her. The only weird part about that whole thing with her was the fact when she was fighting everybody and they started whooping her. I guess I was like, there's no way she would lose to them. But then I thought, first of all, she just woke up. She's not fully back at her strength, and then she didn't have a blade. She would have to kill everybody in hand to hand, and like it's a lot tougher without a blade. But the fact that Abby was the one to stop it, and then Octavia's crying, I didn't like that at all. Because I'm like, that makes it seem like Abby was right, which is, out of all people, it just bothers me that Abby is still in such a high standing of power. It bothers me when Abby's in such a high standing of power, her or Clark, because of some of the things they did that affected the rest of everyone else, and it seems like everybody seemed to ignore those things. That's always been a problem I had with the show, that they just seem to ignore them. When they do something, they still keep them at this high level of power, and nobody ever checks them. But it seems like they're checking Clark more, and I won't get to like, when Bellamy's just tied up with, he just constantly, not Bellamy, John Murphy just constantly like on her case about, hey, well, you don't have to be infected by someone to tear him down, do you, Clark? Like he attacking them nonstop, and honestly, it's probably like one of my favorite things about it, because like and like she's like, you want me to be the bad guy? Okay, cool. And she's like, is that good enough? He's like, it's a start. Because it is. It's like, you think just because you admit something finally, that is like erase everything you did. No, you should have been like accepting who you are and the horrible things you've done to people, and then you try to expect those people to accept you back so often. And it's just, I thought I would feel better if they would Like once they got mad at it, just like that be what it be. Like it's like you can't constantly forgive somebody who's tried to kill you multiple times, change you up multiple times, kill or put people that you love at risk multiple times. And then it's like I get if you're doing like Octavia does it and she just like accepts it. It is what it is. She accepts the relationship after that. It's like Clark does it, asks for forgiveness, needs your help, and then does it again, and then does it again. It's just weird. But the rays or radiation or whatever from the sun is turning everybody crazy. First person to turn crazy, we saw what it did to Mona. We saw what it did to the doctor and the black dude. I can't think of their name for shit. I just honestly can't. And I didn't see it do anything to Murphy though. Murphy shot at Bellamy and Clark, but we never really saw what was going on with him. We never saw how he snapped out of it. We saw how Clark snapped out of it. Only way Bellamy snapped out of it is Clark used the gas to knock them all out. But it was weird to me. Clark, the only demon she was battling was with her mother and herself, and like both her and her mother. And the thing she was hearing was her mother talking through like the speaker, but it's just weird to me because it's like out of all the people who can talk to Clark and be like, "Yo, you're infestation, like you're a virus." It was her mom. When only thing I could think to myself was like, Clark, anything you can say is like, "Mom, you're the exact same thing. I am definitely your daughter. Like, you're a piece of shit. I'm a piece of shit. I came straight from you. We both pieces of shit." Like, and then just hang up on her ass. You know what I'm saying? But we saw that she, and I can't believe Bellamy. Like, I mean, damn. I can't believe John actually saved her when she was about to like kill herself. In my mind, I'm being honest. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna let you deal with this by yourself. Do what you do. I'm gonna go out here and take care of Bellamy. Even though John can never win a fight against Bellamy ever. After all the shit he's done, he never wins a fight against Bellamy. And Bellamy always still try to like little brother him. You know what I'm saying? Even no matter what, it's like, hey, Bellamy, shut up, or Bellamy, stop. He's like, John, stop talking. Put on this, like, be quiet. You can't do this. No, we going to do this. You stay back. It just always try to little boy him. So I don't get why John still takes that from Bellamy. I guess I think he really not envies him, but really looks up to him in like his own way. But he just really don't want to admit it because if he didn't, I don't think he would let Bellamy talk to him the way he does. And then we have stuff going on in the ship. People get captured, and Raven's first instinct, out of all the people she could have freed, she freed Dioza. Granted, Dioza has experience in taking over a ship, you know what I'm saying? In this case, they have to take one back. But she's pregnant, and she's not trustworthy, and you know her methods. You don't know who these people are who took over the ship. You ain't tried to talk to them or anything. Dioza kills 2 of them. Matter of fact, she kills 3 of them? I know 3 of them died. I think it was a father. I think it had to be a daughter, father, a daughter, and there was someone else. And it's like the only person left, I think it was like the mother. It's like a wife or something, but I'm just like, what the fuck? This just lets you know how quick these guys aren't, because like they didn't come on the ship killing people, you know what I'm saying? So it's like you should have talked to them first, but when you free Dioza, that's the results you get. And then now Dioza and them goes down, and they see they come in contact like, hey, we're here. And what's crazy is Octavia was the first person to touch one of the leaves, and so she's tracking them, but at the same time, when the sun come out, you know she'll probably be the first person to be infected, which is very, very dangerous. Octavia, first of all, with a blade, infected, pissed off, and she's probably pissed off at everybody. I don't think anybody's safe once the eclipse happens again. And also we see the little children coming back, and we see just like, oh, these people lived there. And the girl asked Clark, like, you here to take us home? Clark pretty much says, like, at the end of the episode, I thought this was your home. So apparently the people down there are trying to leave and get back to somewhere else. Can't go back to Earth because I was calling them, probably finna tell them like, yeah, we fucked. Earth was inhabitable for a little bit, but we had a whole bunch of wars nonstop, and we killed each other a bunch. So like now it's just like a bad mix of people who really, really don't like each other and who are pretty much like scarred from stuff that Octavia put them through and stuff that Clark put them through and stuff that the tribes put them through, and it's just all fucked up. And we a bunch of people with messed up mindsets who would kill anybody at any given time. So we don't think they should, like, honestly, they shouldn't accept them into that, because it's like they're all horrible people. So we're just being honest. Everybody's, as much as I love Raven, like John and Octavia, they're still all horrible people who don't know how to interact with anything other than themselves, and the way they interact with themselves is not the best way to interact with anybody at all. I was very, very worded, using my reviews on this wording, but it just so happened how it was. I was going to do this last night, but I was kind of out of it last night, so get it this morning either way. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you with you guys later. Peace out.